Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. It would appear that some of those rumors floating around the internet regarding some appearances in Spider-Man No Way Home are true. And if you don't want to be spoiled, you probably want to shut the damn video off right now. All right, you've been warned. It would appear that there has been some roundabout confirmation of Charlie Cox returning as Matt Murdock, possibly Daredevil, most likely not Daredevil, but definitely Matt Murdock, as well as Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield reprising their roles as different multiverse versions of Peter Parker in No Way Home. It does sound like No Way Home is shaping up to be the end game of Spider-Man, and frankly, people are a lot more excited about Sony's take on Marvel than Disney's. Compare the lack of excitement around the Eternals, even Black Widow, to how hyped people are for Spider-Man and how well Venom 2 did at the box office, and even Morbius, relatively unknown character outside of comic book circles. The trailer is actually getting a lot of kudos, a lot of props. So we're going to talk about these spoilers. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 239,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about pop culture, talk about comic books, talk about Marvel, talk about Disney, talk about whatever interests us that day. And this dropped last night. It would appear that YouTuber and movie blogger John Campea screwed up. That's my understanding. Apparently, he posted what he thought to be photoshopped fan photos, screen grabs of what could potentially happen in Spider-Man No Way Home. And it turns out that they were most likely legit, considering he took down his tweets almost immediately and then took down his tweet explaining his tweet about why he posted them. I think it's legit, and we're gonna show those pictures. Actually, they're floating around Twitter here in a little bit, but everybody's covering it. Forbes is covering it. We're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about the fact that Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be the first MCU movie to be released in China this year. Shang-Chi has been tied up. Black Widow's been tied up. And the Eternals, definitely, they don't like Chloe Zhao very much. It's not releasing in China, but Spider-Man will. And it's probably going to make a lot of money, let's be honest. So weird. People keep saying that we're like anti-Marvel or anti-Phase 4. We've actually been pretty excited about the Spider-Man movies. Again, Sony has more control over those than Disney does at this point. Sony has more control over Venom and Morbius, and I'm more excited to see what they're going to do with their expanded Spider-Verse than anything Disney's got in the pipeline, save for Doctor Strange, So let's talk about it. Spider-Man No Way Home leaked photos confirm Charlie Cox, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire rumors. So the original article, we talked about how there were rumors of Charlie Cox appearing as Matt Murdock and Daredevil. By the way, that was leaked by Kevin Smith. How come Kevin Smith can leak shit and he doesn't get called out, but we do? If we leak shit about his project. Just saying. Anyway, it looks like he was correct. Cox is going to be in No Way Home. Cox denied the rumors. John Campea, who's been around for a long time, movie blogger and YouTuber, and he used to be part of Collider. He tweeted the photos and then took them down and then said, and I've suddenly gained over 1,000 new Twitter followers. Okay, look, the last thing I'll say here, I thought the images were real. If I thought they were real and I wanted to share them, I would have done a headline video on my channel to get views, not on Twitter just to delete it 5 minutes later. And he deleted that tweet as well. But that's okay. The internet never forgets. This guy, Aaron S.A., put these supposedly fake photos up. And if it's Photoshop, it's the best damn Photoshop job I've ever seen. This would have all three Spider-Men, and Tobey Maguire does look about 20 years older. So I think it checks out. I don't see any evidence of Photoshoppery, but I could be wrong. Here we have Charlie Cox's Daredevil. A lot of people thinking it's correct, I guess, because of the shoes. People saying it's confirmed to be real. They look legit to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert on Photoshop. I do use Photoshop often, but I'm by no means an expert on Photoshop. But a lot of people on Twitter saying they believe they're real. So proceed with caution. I don't know if they're 100% real or not, but it would appear, given how quickly they got taken down, that they are indeed real. And yeah, Charlie Cox does look a bit older than he did in the Daredevil series. So, I don't know, guys. I think it's real. Forbes. Paul Tassi, Spider-Man No Way Home leak reveals cameo you don't want to know about. He says, I'm not sure I've ever seen a production plagued with more leaks than Spider-Man No Way Home. It's probably just been hit with its biggest one yet. The reveal makes me happy. I'm honestly not even mad about it because of the implications. No way to talk about without a big spoiler warning. We already gave you the spoiler warning. We obviously know the entire concept behind No Way Home is a blend of multiverses, and we're going to get basically the Sinister Six, as I understand it. We're going to get Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, Electro. The worst kept secret of the movie is that Maguire and Garfield will also appear as their alternate universe Peter Parkers. And one half of the new leak, shown the images stamped with YouTuber John Campea's logo, shows all three Pete's standing side by side in their costumes. This isn't the part of the leak I find exciting, however. That's old news. Rather, the second watermarked image here, I'm not pointing or posting or linking to in any way, Disney, in case they descend. Well, look, if they tell you to take the images down, then you know they're real. Has Tom Holland's Peter sitting around a table with Aunt May, Happy, and Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock. Yeah, the rumor was that Matt Murdock is going to represent Peter Parker. The shot appears to be authentic. You can match the apartment decoration with things we've already seen in the actual trailer. If it's real, confirming a long-held fan theory that Murdock could show up in No Way Home as Peter's lawyer, now that he's in the spotlight with his identity public in the wake of the events of the last film. Again, that was Kevin Smith and his rumor mongering. And he totally gets a pass for that. He totally ruined No Way Home like a year and a half ago, and nobody's harassing him about it. I'm just saying, Kevin. What's the deal, man? What's the deal? Scene also echoes something Tom Holland appeared to reference in an Empire interview. It's one of the cool scenes I've ever shot. It's four people sitting at a table having a conversation about what it's like to be a superhero, and it was amazing. The other day we watched the scene, my brother and I and our jaws were on the floor. Well, yeah, why would your jaws be on the floor unless you've got Daredevil and Spider-Man having a chat about being a superhero? So three of the people were him, Aunt May, Happy in this one scene. The fourth person is Murdock. It's not a multiverse thing, even though this is back when Marvel TV and MCU movies were pretty separated from one another. The Netflix shows Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist were technically still part of the MCU and existed in the main universe. Yeah, that's complicated. I always thought they were supposed to be part of the MCU. They had references to the Battle of New York, but they were kind of off doing their own thing on a street level versus the Avengers that were doing things on a global and cosmic scale. But I always thought they were part of the MCU proper. Same with S.H.I.E.L.D., but then a lot of this has been decanonized. I don't know what the hell is going on. They doubt he'll be suiting up as Daredevil. Probably not. It would be cool, though, because some of my favorite Spider-Man comics back in the day, Daredevil comics, were the team-ups. Daredevil and Spider-Man fighting Kingpin. I love that. It'd be pretty cool if we could get that. And then we actually would get D'Onofrio as the Kingpin if they go that route. Pretty cool stuff. Again, I am infinitely more excited about Sony's take on Marvel than I am about Disney's take on Marvel at this point. Phase 4 looks to be a snooze fest. And people keep saying, well, the Spider-Man movies are technically part of Phase 4, kind of, sort of. Spider-Man's still very much a Sony thing, I think, at this point. They're kind of sharing him, but I think the day is going to come when Sony is like, yep, we're taking our ball and we're going home. Venom 2 made more money than Eternals opening weekend. People are actually excited for Morbius, I think, and we don't need you anymore. We've already shifted Venom into the MCU or something, and they could very easily use this whole multiverse thing to explain Tom Holland's Spider-Man just being sucked into another universe, not the MCU, and bring those bad guys over. I mean, pretty easy to do. Anyway, what's interesting is that No Way Home is going to be the first MCU Phase 4 film to premiere in China. Eternals had previously been blocked by the country's censorship standards, but yeah, there's no problem with No Way Home. And I think it's going to make a shit ton of money. I'm going to be honest. I think this is going to potentially be the biggest Spider-Man movie of all time. I think it's going to easily break $1 billion even during a pandemic. People are super pumped for this movie, and I don't think Disney really has that much to do with it. Again, I think in this case, this is more of a Sony thing than a Disney thing, and they're setting up a bigger Spider-Verse. But it's going to be really interesting to see where Spider-Man goes from here. China's going to eat this up, I think. I have no doubt. Gonna wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.